So welcome to this week's auction again from showroom. Mostly bread and butter EVs. What do I mean by that? Well, the Nissan Leaf and the Renault Zoe from Motability Financial Services. That's the financial arm of Renault and Nissan. We've also got a Volkswagen e-Golf, the 35 kilowatt hour and a 19 plate. That's nice. But the rest, it's a baker's delight. Lots of bread and butter of run-of-the-mill, humdrum EVs that really do the job, apart from the Renault Zoe, in my opinion. The one I've got my eye on is lot 373, which, as you can see, is a long way down the list. And I've gone past it. There we go. This Nissan Leaf e-Techna 62 kilowatt hour. So done 52,000 miles, looks real value. So before this goes through, I've pre-recorded a little preamble where I'll go into detail about this particular electric vehicle and what you'd sort of look out for as a dealer, and what sort of things to note should you be standing in the hall as a member of the public to buy one of these great bread and butter EVs. So there's those, and then towards the end we've got from Motability Operations, Motability Vehicles, we've got a Peugeot E2008, a Kia Soul. Like those, it's the Kia e-Niro in smaller clothes. Nice little compact hatchback. A Peugeot E3008, which looks really nice. A Bilingo. And last but not least, it is my favourite, the Wind Knife. An original Hyundai Ioniq with a 38 kilowatt hour battery. So let's get into the sale. It's the Zoe again. This went through last week, one of the first lots, because it's a part exchange from a dealer group. Engine motor failure. Could be the 12 volt battery, could be the dreaded bearings, who knows. 40 kilowatt hour, might have a battery lease. I think it got to £1,500 last week. The average price is 3.5. Who's going to want to take this Zoe on? You'd have to ask the question about the battery lease, and that is provisional at £1,200. I think that might have been 1,200 quid last week as well. Here's something a bit different. The Volkswagen e-Golf, 99 kilowatt power of the motor, 35 kilowatt hour size of the battery. Nice things these. Not that many on the road, and they were really well engineered, despite it being basically a internal combustion engine chassis that had electric drivetrain shoehorned into it. Anyway, let's see what it does. 7.1 is average. Cap clean is 8.1. It's at 7.5. Grade 2. Nice thing. Big following Volkswagen, you see. You have to check the options, and that is provisional 7.5. Right, first of the Leaf. This is from You Drive Direct. We've seen this before, haven't we? 72 plate, done 14,000 miles, grade 4. Let's see if, you see the stain on the seat. Covered this, it's been through like 3 or 4 times. Cap average is just over £8,000, but it's grade 4. Below is 7.5. And this again is down to You Drive Direct, the vendor, as to whether they sell it at 7.4 or not. We've got an online bid. It's up to cap below, which is what it is. You've got to spend a fair amount on bodywork if you want to retail this car. 39 kilowatt hour, a centre spec, and that is provisional again at 7.4. Regular viewers to this YouTube channel will know how I feel about hydrogen fuel cell cars, and in particular this Nexo. Bless it, it's been through about 6 or 7 times on a Thursday. From ex-BG remarketing, 24,000 miles, grade 2. The dashboard shows it's doing 26 miles per gallon equivalent. I wonder how long showroom will have this running through the auction before it needs to be refilled with hydrogen, a fuel cell car. There's 3 public refuelling stations in the UK for hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. I think it's got to £7,500 over the last few weeks, and this was £66,000 new. So if you think EVs depreciate, think again. Hydrogen fuel cell. BMW think it's the future, and Toyota do, strangely enough. But yeah, I don't think these are the future, do you? Leave a comment below. 6.5. there's got to come a point where XBG remarketing are just going to say, get it off the books, get rid. Nice inside, very plush, but just, you know, you can't plug it in and charge it. You've got to fill it with hydrogen. So you get hydrogen to make electricity to turn a motor. Not sold at 6.6. It's going down every week. Renault Zoe, the 40 kilowatt hour. Might have a battery lease, and none of the 40 kilowatt hour Zoes had CCS. They were just AC onboard chargers. And then there was a lot of confusion as to whether, you know, whether it was the 43 kilowatt onboard charger or the 22. Very confusing. Oh, look. Electric motor failure. Unable to read mileage, electric motor failure warning does not go away. Type 2. This is going to be a reoccurring theme, folks. Just mark my words. The bearings go on these. I did a video about this. Look that up on my YouTube channel. But yeah, could be a weak 12-volt battery showing the fault on the dash. And I've just seen it, so we can get there quickly before it goes. There you go. That throws up that random fault, or it could be the dreaded bearings. It's a risky buy, I have to say. 2,950 online bids. It is possible to replace the bearings. You've got to be, you know, pretty experienced, and that is provisional. I can't understand that. Anyway, Nissan Ariya. The 87 kilowatt hour with a 22 kilowatt hour AC onboard charger, which is always nice if you plug into a fast charger overnight. Charge up super quick. 34,000 miles in the green. This has been through a few times. It doesn't look green to me. It looks black, but it's listed as green. Where are we? Cap average is £21,600. 2 keys, VAT qualifying. MOT expires 1st of September 2025. Was registered, so it's not yet 3 years old, so still under warranty. 20,900 it's up to. Cap below is 20,002. It's grade 3, and if the last EVs that have gone through have got anything to go by, he will not sell this because he doesn't appear to be selling anything. Mr. Mobilised Financial Services wants more money. And there's got to come a point, you see, where these vendors will think, I've just got to sell, because obviously the longer you hang on to a car, the faster it's going to depreciate. And again, that's provisional at 21. Is he going to sell this Nissan Leaf? E Plus Techna, the one with the big battery, 62 kilowatt hour, 40,000 miles on a 21 plate. 2 keys. MOT is expired. Doesn't instill confidence on them being up to date with the servicing and the MOTs, does it? 40,000 miles. Cap average is 9,100 and it's at 8,100. Grade 3. Techna spec in the black. The black paint on Leaf tends to be very, very soft, so that might account for chips and marks, hence its grade. And it's sold! First one that's sold! £8,200. Excellent. Lot 288 is another Leaf. 47,000 miles, Techna spec, in the black, 20 plate. You've got to apply for a V5, get both cables. 6,650. Let's have a look at the old gasometer. 58%, 85 miles, which is spot on. Nothing wrong with the battery on that thing. 5.4. Good bread and butter cars these are, folks. If you just want to pop down to the shops or do the national average of like 20 miles a day, these are great value for money. 5.6. Great value if he actually decides he wants to sell some of his Leaf assets. 5,650. £1,000 behind the average price. It's a grade 2 as well, and that is sold. 5,650. Nice. He hasn't fallen asleep. Renault Zoe, 50 kilowatt hour rapid charge, SER110. I don't know what that spec is. It's not, doesn't say GT line. I don't know. They must have had a limited spec for a bit of a run. 32%, 57 miles range. what's that, 160, 170 miles range. Yeah, that's about right. You get a good you'll get 200 if you drive it like a granny. 7175, no battery release on these, and it's got CCS rapid charging, and that is sold £5,800. Nice. Let's have a look at this other one then, a 40 kilowatt hour Renault Zoe, lot 290, lot 293, 40 kilowatt hour Zoe. May have a battery release with this, you'd have to check. £3,400 is its guide price, done 52,000 miles on a 68 plate. Got to apply for a V5. Again, don't just put a lot of trust in the old Renault Zoe with its motor. Oh, Mrs. P's bought me a coffee. Thank you, my lovely.
You're welcome.
2829 it's up to. Cap below is 28. Grade 3, £3,000. Hall bid and online bids. What did the last 50 kilowatts sold for? 5.8, and this is sold 3.1. He's in a selling mood, folks. Nice. Lot 294, Nissan Leaf Techna, 40 kilowatt hour, 26,000 miles. 7.9 is its average price. Both cables, 4 stamps, grade 2, nice colour, great spec. 7.1. See, I've said this before, sometimes they'll let quite a number of vehicles go through and it wakes people like me up to go, wow, he's selling, let's get some bids in. So I'm not going to say he's going to sell everything today, we just don't know what his commands are. And that's sold, he presses in a selling mood. That was sold for 7.2. Renault Zoe GT Line 135, 50 kilowatt hour, that's the type of motor. Rapid charge. Let's just see if we've got a heat pack fitted to this thing. Yeah, the rapid charge is there. You can see the little hinge. You can see the dashboard, 79%, 168 miles range, and it has not got a heat pack. Otherwise, you just see little buttons there for the electric heated seats. It's at 5.5, 20 plate, 26,000 miles in the black. Got to apply for a V5. MOT expires in July. 2 owners, 1 key. 5,550 it's up to. Is he going to let this go? No, I didn't think he would. Provisional. Now the Zoe GT Line, rapid charge, 20 plate, 34,000 miles, in the black, 4 stamps. Let's see if we've got a heat pack on this. Where are we? Here we go. No heat pack on this one. So a quick look at the dash. At 57%, 112 miles, spot on. Nice miles, £5,200, grade 3. You'll have done your research on what bodywork or why it's a grade 3 beforehand. And if you were standing in the hall as a member of the public, you could be bidding on this. You leave a £500 deposit, which is refundable if you don't buy anything. And then it's around about 10% of the hammer price, with a maximum fee of £7,500. So the minimum is £750. Sold 5.8. Nice. Lot 300 Nissan Leaf 40 kilowatt hour. What spec is it? It's not saying, is it? Let's be really geeky, and I will tell you what spec it is because I'm a nerd. It's N-Connecta. N-Connecta spec. And if it's got the tinted glass at the back, yeah, it's N-Connecta, because if it was in a centre, you'd have clear glass in the rear windows. There you go. That's sad, isn't it? 5.8. N-Connecta spec. The cap average is 6,950, grade 3. 39,000 miles, 21 plate. 1 stamp at 25. 5.9. 5,950. MOT expires in August. 5,950. That's a lot of car for just under £6,000. And that is provisional 5,950. Another Zoe GT Line, 50 kilowatt hour, 24,000 miles, in the grey. Let's have a quick look for the old heat pack. And no, hasn't got the little buttons. We're going to find one with a heat pack, which is nice in winter. Warm bottom, warm hands is a nice place to be in any electric vehicle. 7250, it's up to cap average. Good colour, nice miles on a 21 plate. See, this is just retail ready for somebody, and that is sold proxy bidder at 7.3. Nice. Lot 304, a Renault. It's a 50 kilowatt hour Zoe, I can tell you that. But someone has not pressed the right buttons at showroom to describe this. 82%, 134 miles. Oh, it's got the heat pack. There you go, look, folks. They've got little buttons on there with seats. That's got heated seats and a heated steering wheel. So, you know, as good as showroom are at describing vehicles, sometimes one may well slip through the net. In the blue, and you might get yourself a bargain if none of the other dealers are aware. 4 stamps, last at 73,900. It's now 74,000 miles, so recently serviced. Type 2 cable, 5.1. Cap below is 5.2. It's grade 3. It's got the heat pack. This will not have a battery lease, and you've got to check to see. Let's just have a look quickly. I bet I'll lose the final price, but I'll scroll back. Yeah, there we go. And that was provisional at 5.2. I didn't know whether it had CCS or not. Lot 305, another Techna Nissan Leaf, 17,000 miles in the red. V5 green slip only. That's okay. You can still tax it on the V5 green slip and apply for a new V5. Number of keys 2, 17,000 miles, 70 plate, registered 2021. An MOT expires in March next year. So again, you could look up the reg on DVLA's website and look to see what it passed on, or if there was any advisories. That will give you some indication of what the car is like. At 79%, showing 114 miles. Yeah, about right. It may have been driven with a heater on, which will reduce the gas-o-meter. The gas-o-meter in the Renaults and the Nissans are wildly pessimistic or optimistic. In other words, not to be trusted. But once you get used to driving a Leaf, you know what it's capable of. 7.1. Average is 8.3. Is he going to let this go? 40 kilowatt Leaf in the red, and that's not the free colour, that was the metallic red. Looks nice, doesn't it? 7.150. And that is provisional, didn't sell. Another Zoe GT Line, 50 kilowatt hour, no battery lease, 37,000 miles. On a 20 plate, registered 2020 in the grey. Looks nice in grey, doesn't it? 6250, 4 stamps. You know what I'm going to look for. And my internet connection is really slow, and it's not loading up all the pictures. But you have the ability to see whether it's got a heat pack. If you've got a good Wi-Fi connection, or do your homework first with the pictures from the downloaded inspection report that you've done beforehand. And that is, folks, cap average was 6.225, sold 6.5, lot 311, nice. Lot 330, Nissan Leaf, 7.7, 6,000 miles, 40 kilowatt hour Leaf. Techna spec, grade 3, 9.5, this is because of the miles, you see. And it still attracts buyers retail wise when something low miles, which is strange really, because a low mileage EV might have sat at 100% charge for weeks on end, so it would be a good buy. 83%, 123 miles. I'd be wary of this. Yeah, provisional 8.3, didn't sell. Renault Kangoo time, 44 kilowatt hour advanced van auto. Don't know whether this has got CCS fitted or not. Someone said in my last video that he thought they were all fitted with CCS as standard. Let's just see if there is any sign of the charging port. No, there isn't, so I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please. Why Renault had to make it so confusing, I'll never know. Because this is a commercial vehicle, it's plus VAT on the fall of the hammer. Cap average is 12,450 plus VAT. Okay, 20% on top. It's because it's a commercial vehicle. 7,300 miles on a 24 plate, silver 1, grade 1. Yeah, I've been watching this last few weeks. Always got a few scratches on the rear tailgate. 10.1 plus VAT. So these guide prices are plus VAT, and not surprised, provisional. A Zoe, another 40 kilowatt hour, doesn't have CCS, mauve and purple, 19 plate, got to apply for a V5. It's not saying there's any warning of imminent motor failure, which makes a change, doesn't it? 40,000 miles, 172 mile range, and it sort of looks like 100%, doesn't it? 2.9. It's a bit of a gamble buying a Renault Zoe with a dreaded motor bearing failure, which seems to be a common recurring theme. £3,000, and that is sold £3,000. Renault Zoe GT Line, 50 kilowatt hour rapid charge, 24,000 miles on a 70 plate, registered 2020. You know what I'm going to look for. And there's the heated steering wheel switches here. I can't see. Where are we? Oh, there we go. No, hasn't got the heat pack. But yeah. Oh, is that sold? Sold 7.2. That was nice, wasn't it? Renault Zoe 40 kilowatt hour. It's up to 3.2. Now my computer's finally loaded up again. Average is 3.5. Grade 3, 57,000 miles. Dealers will like the 3 service stamps. 3.6, excuse me, is over cap average, and that is, surprise, surprise, sold £3,600. This is nice, isn't it? It's an Ariya Evolve 87 kilowatt hour with a 22 kilowatt AC onboard charger. 20,000 miles, not warranted. Doubt whether it's had a new dashboard. I don't know why have they not warranted the miles? Don't quite understand. That could just be a typo. But there you go, to 100%, showing 268 miles. My Kia e-Niro, 64 kilowatt hour, gets the same range. Nissan need 87. Just saying. £23,900. 24.3 is the average. Kia Hyundai still got efficiency down to a T, folks. There's no two ways about it. This needs more kilowatt hours to do the same range as something with a smaller battery like the Kia product. Provisional 23 didn't sell. Renault Zoe GT Line 50 kilowatt hour rapid charge in the red. 4 service stamps, 28,000 miles. 7.1 should be the average price. And again, internet's a bit slow, so we can't see any images, but you get the general gist. 21 plate, registered 2021, grade 3. MOT is till February next year. Again, you can always look that up and see what price. Look at this here, look folks, 7.7, average is 7.1. He's going to let this go, surely. Grade 3, nice miles, and that is sold 7.7. Right, the big battery Nissan Leaf. I had a look at this earlier. Let's just go back in time. Let's have a look at the condition report and see what you think it'll fetch. Right, let's have a look at this 62 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf E Plus Techna, the one with the big battery. So, as you can see, it's on a 21 plate, done 52,000 miles, registered the 13th of March 2021. MOT is till the 12th of March 2026. I always like to see the MOT done exactly on the car's birthday. Just tells me that the person that leased this was on it. He just knew he had to have it MOT'd on time. Nice lot of 4 services, 2 keys. The V5 is here. It's got everything going for it, this has. Last service was February this year. Cap clean, get a load of this folks, just over 9 grand for, I'm guessing, nearly 200 mile range car. 4 stamps there. Let's just have a look at the grade. What grade is it? It is a grade 3. 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. So door, near side, front chip 1 to 5. So I'm just going to flick through them briefly. There you can see some scrapes, scratches. This is in the free flame red. That's non-metallic, so it's easy to blend in basically or touch up. Scuff to the lower front bumper. So the great thing with Showroom, they will show you every chip and mark. There you go. I'm just going round again, aren't I? So it's not that bad for a flat red Nissan Leaf. Let's just have a quick look at the PDF, which you can have a look at and download beforehand. Let's just make it a tad bigger for you. There we go. So you've got all the details, conditions, indoors, good lights. This is where they actually did the assessment. It's VAT qualifying, so VAT is included in the hammer price. So all 4 tyres are Dunlops, all got 4mm, which is nice to see, isn't it? Service book with some stamps in there from Nissan main dealers by the looks of it. And yeah, all the beauty shots as well. And then there's the condition plan, if you like, as to where the damage is. And everything else checks out, so no warning lights. The clutch is fine, hasn't got a clutch. The engine runs without noise or smoke, hasn't got an engine. But obviously this is a generic condition report for all vehicles. So let's have a look at the beauty shots. If I can just make it bigger. That's just showing you the roof, that there's no damage to the roof. Side shots, that's just a standard opening screen on the Leaf. There's more close-up view of the stamps, keys. Look at that, folks, at 87%, showing 185 miles. So, you know, driven carefully, you'll get 220 out of this. So it's not a bad bread and butter EV for the money. Both cables are there, granny cable and the Type 2. Techna spec, which is nice. You get the sort of part leather Alcantara type seats, heated of course, CHAdeMO there, the DC rapid charge port, and these have 7 kilowatt onboard AC chargers. And then back to the beginning. So nice to see a bog standard coloured Leaf, big battery, in nice condition, if you don't mind those few scrapes. Yeah, cap clean, just over 9 grand, cap average 8.5. I wonder whether Mr. Mobilize will let this go today for anywhere near those values. Let's see. So here we go. Looks nice, this, doesn't it? 52,000 miles in the red, the free flame red, one with a big fat battery. We've just had a look at the condition report. Let's see what it does. Will it get to cap average of 8,425? I think the last few big battery Leaf he's let go, or she's let go. Have we frozen? Can't see a lot of movement going on there. I'm gonna find out what this sold for, one way or another. I think we've lost Tinterweb. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? So we're back. We lost the internet. 376 Nissan Leaf N-Connecta. I will find out whether that big battery Leaf sold. 376 is this lot number. Average is 7,950, 14,000 miles. Over the years, I lost quite a few cars because the internet dropped out, which is very frustrating. That's provisional anyway. 6.5. N-Connecta. Nice spec on these. 48,000 miles. On a 69 plate, registered 2020, 5 service stamps. Again, dealers will like this. 2 previous owners. MOT is January 2026. And because my internet is so painfully slow, we're not seeing any pictures. Let's have a look at the guesser meter. 63%. They didn't bother shutting the door before they took the photograph. Hey ho. It's nothing new. Over the years, that's what a lot of inexperienced assessors didn't shut the door so you couldn't see the details on the dashboard. 5.1. Average is 5.9, and that is provisional. Nissan Leaf Techna 40 kilowatt hour in the white, 2020, registered on a 20 plate, 42,000 miles, grade 2, 6,825 pounds is its average recently sold price for this age and spec and condition. Nice spec in the Techna. Let's see if we can see a bit of dashboard action. There we go. At 42%, showing 62 miles range. You probably get to see, yeah, There's probably nothing wrong with that, but if they're driven around with a heater on, it would distort the 𝐷𝐄 meter. 5.7, £1,000 behind the average price, grade 2. Online bidders, not surprised. And that is sold 5.8. Nice. So we're now with Motability. Peugeot E 2008, 35,000 miles, in the blue. Can't see any pictures because my internet is painfully slow today. You can see it there on the screen. 35,000 miles. Cap average is 11.5. Tell you what, let's just do a quick. There you go. There it is there, look. And there's Michael. And there'll be representation from Motability just there. Let's see if we can go back. There we go. Grade 2. 11.6. Cap average is 11.5. 11.7. Is Mr. Motability going to let this go? Grade 2. That's the average price they've been going for. It's getting towards cap clean. It's grade 2 though. Nice colour. Nice miles. Got to apply for a V5. Somebody wants this. Look, it's like any auction. You just need 2 people after the same item and it'll just go anywhere. Sold 12.5. Nice. Kia Soul 64 kilowatt hour. These are cracking electric vehicles, folks. Really are. Got great range. It's the same running gear as the Kia e-Niro, of which I own. 22 plate, 48,000 miles. Nothing wrong with that. Cap average is 11,650. 7-year warranty on this, folks. So it's under warranty till April 2029. 22 plate, Type 2 charging cable, 4 services, 10.9. Good colour. Great range, great warranty remaining. Got to apply for V5. MOT expires March next year. There will be nothing wrong with this, and that is sold at 11.2. That what a bit of value that was. The Peugeot E 3008. This is a nice thing. This is 6,000 miles, 2024. This would be an early return. Maybe sadly because the person that was on Motability maybe passed away or can no longer drive. But this is quite a nice thing. 31%, 56-mile range. Stellantis still really haven't cracked it, have they? Despite it being a 73 kilowatt hour size battery. They're just not very good with efficiency. £22,900 it's up to. The average is 24.3. So we're what? £450 behind average. But it's now it's now up to 22. No, it was more than that, wasn't it? Yes, at 24.3. So we're a good £2,300 behind average. 74 plate. Grade 3. Peugeot E 3008. Stonking big battery. Just not very efficient. But with that'll suit most people. 73 kilowatt hour battery. You know, you're looking at it 2 miles per kilowatt hour, you're looking at 150, 160 mile range. If you don't put any effort into driving economically. 22.1, way behind. No, I didn't think he'd let that go. Provisional. Citroen Berlingo, it's another Stellantis van. 100 kilowatt, power the motor. Fuel XL, 50 kilowatt hour. Where do they come up with these names? 5-door auto, 7-seater. 23,000 miles on a 22 plate. V5's present, no VAT, 7-seater. We've got the service indicator light illuminated. That doesn't mean anything, to be honest. Yeah, nice looking thing. Just not very efficient. Right, and that is sold 8.7. Nice. Last one through today, folks. Hyundai Ioniq, the wind knife. 38 kilowatt hours, got a slightly bigger battery than the one I had. 9,000 miles. This went through last week and didn't sell. Can't remember how much it didn't sell for. 22 plate. Cap average is £10,500, up to 8.3. And it's a grade 4. Needs a bit of TLC. 8.4. Is he going to let it go? 8.5. Oh, it's still way behind. £2,000 behind book, as they say in the trade. Really efficient electric vehicles these are. £8,500. That will probably go provisional, or I'll eat my charge cable. And that is provisional 8.5. Thanks for watching this week. Tune in next week for some more honest EV trade sale action.